Today we will create this fun, colorful piece of artwork. I call it the bird stack. Here are the materials that we need. First, we need to create the grass that's on the ground. I'm taking a light green and creating just lines coming from the bottom up. Sometimes I go from the top down, and then I have this scratch piece of paper underneath my paper so that it doesn't go on the table. I'm also using a dark green and then mixing those two different colors together to create grass with both colors. I'm going to create 3 birds at the bottom of my page. Before drawing them, I want to just use my finger to invisible draw to see how and imagine where they would look like on my page and how big they should be. To start with my first bird, I draw the pair of big eyes. I start with one oval and then add the beak that curves down a little bit, and then add the other big eye on the other side. This bird is facing towards the right. Now for my second bird, I draw the second pair of eyes, starting with one oval, and then decide which direction will my beak go. Since I am deciding that this bird is looking forward, I'm going to put the eyeball right next to each other and add the beak right below, just like this. For my third bird, I will create another pair of eyes, starting with that oval, and then the beak is going to be turning this way because the bird is looking towards the left. And there I have 3 pairs of eyes and then the beaks. I'm adding in the black part of the eyeball, and I'm leaving a little bit of the reflection in the dark area. In most cases, you can create any type of eyes you want. I'm creating the simple black dot with the white dot inside. If you noticed, these eyes and beaks are way above the grass line because we still need to add in the body and the legs of the birds. Now the next thing I'll need to do is to outline these, and then I'll erase all the pencil marks that I have left, just to make it clean. Now let's add the color and the body of the birds. I'm going to start with my purple bird, and all I'm doing is creating rays that come out from the eyes and the beak, just like so. Just like we are doing an image of the sun, but instead we're just creating them coming out from the eyes. Then I will color back and forth around the marker lines that I have around the eyes and the beak. I like to turn my paper as I go because it just makes it easier for me to make my lines. Make sure your coloring is going in and out towards and away from the eyes and the beak so that our bird will look fluffy. Once I have gone around my bird, I will go in and fill in any of the white areas towards the middle. And that's how you make a fluffy bird. Now I'm doing my next bird, and I'll do my orange, starting with the rays coming out, and then filling in all those white areas, making it more solid to create my orange fluffy bird. And here is my next one, my blue one. For the colors of my beak, I will choose yellow or sometimes orange. If you can, when you're coloring the beak, leave a little bit of white area in there so that it looks like the beak is shiny. Just like how the eyes of the birds are shiny with that white mark. Now we just need to add the legs and we will be done with these 3 birds. I'm taking a Sharpie, a black marker, to just create 2 lines under each bird. I'm creating pretty thin legs, but if you like to make thicker ones, it's up to you. Think about how you want your birds to be standing. Do they have their legs a little bit further out? Are they together and just going down straight? Up to you on how you want to create those legs. For this to be called a bird stack, we need to stack on more birds. So I'm going to add 2 more birds on top of the 3 that I have here. Remember, try not to put these birds so close to the other birds because you still need to add the body and the legs. If you decide you want more birds on here, great, up to you. Think about how you can make your birds different. Take a look at the eyes of my birds. I'm having them look in different directions. I'm having the beaks go in different directions. So try to be creative, and that way yours can look unique. Now to finish off these birds, I add in my body, my colors, starting with the rays. I'm going to make my birds all different colors, but again, you are the artist. You decide which colors you want your birds to be. Then come the legs, and then I can get started with my next set of birds. I decided to add 2 more smaller birds at the very top, and notice how I did my eyes. I made them close their eyes, maybe they're taking a nap. The last thing we are going to do is create that nice background. I'm going to use a very light blue, and I'm going to lay it down on its side so I can rub that really light color all in the background. You can start with a very light layer, and then if you want it to be a little bit darker, just add a little bit more pressure. But make sure it is laying down so that not so much color is coming out. You can rub this all on top of the legs because they are made with marker, and then just try to get as closely as you can to your birds. And that is the last bit of our art project. I hope you all had a great time doing this. I really enjoyed doing it myself. Look forward to next week, and I'll see you then. Bye.